I have shared my screen. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Okay. So in the last session, I have finished explaining all the requirements. Uh, okay. So today, what we'll do is uh, we will write few test cases. Okay. So we'll follow this requirement document and the mock-up design and write few test cases. So you'll have a better understanding once any requirement and a mock-up design is given to you, how you can come up with a test case. So whatever the test cases that we had written till now, we have seen the existing application, explored the application, and we have come up with the test case. But today we'll write the test cases based on the requirement document and the mock-up design. So we'll have a better understanding how to come up with the test cases in a real-time scenario. Okay, so I'll just create one Google Sheet. Okay, right. So once I come to the requirement document, what it says is like it is giving me the entry point for the referral page, and uh, along with the entry point, it is giving me yeah what page I should be landing in if I have a referral program access, and what other page I should land in, and then it gives me the information about the offer page. Okay, so let's start writing the coming up with the test case. So the first point is user should be able to access the referral page from profile and referral option. Okay, so we have the design for the same. So once the user logs in, we'll have the profile icon. Once I click on that, I should be able to see the referral option. So this is the entry point for my referral page. So let's come back. Level one. Scenario ID again. I'll just give a random ID. Referral page 001, and scenario is verify the bills will be page module referral. What is the module name? Something incentive program access. Okay, submodule is NA. No submodule. Test case ID is, I'll say, DC underscore program underscore 001. Or the test case description. Verify user is mm, verify that user able to access. Okay. Verify that user is to access the referral page. File section. Right. That is the test case description. Now, type of user. Uh, so, can you tell me what type of user I should be able to see the referral page?
Register user.
Right. Registered user. Registered user. Test case type. It's a functional functionality test case. Precondition. What should be my precondition? Console staging be available. Right. This is not the actual staging URL, but for the purpose of test case, I am giving this URL. Okay. Second point is users should have registered. Uh, This is one. Test data username. I'll give Simply, I'm giving some random image password, random password. Uh, I will log into the application with an user account that I have, so that it will be much better for you people to understand. Uh, I'll not log in. I'll just write the test case based on the uh, what to say, the requirement document and the mockup design itself. So now what I should do in order to achieve this particular test case is first one, open the browser, enter the URL. We do have the test URL here, and then mm, enter the email address, then both countries. Okay. Enter enter the test URL. There is a step called as click on the login button. Right. So if you see here, I clicked on login button and then it is asking for email ID and password. Right. You see here, there's a login button. Once I click on it, then it is asking me to provide the email and the password. So these things are not given in the design. I'm just using it in the application to come up with the appropriate steps. Okay. Then the password, click on the login button, enter the email and SMS OTPs. Actually speaking, I know the functionality of this login, so it will ask for both email and SMS OTP. That is the reason I'm coming up with this step. And then the continue button. Now what should happen? I should land into the home page of the application. Now from there, I should follow this particular feature. Now I need to click on the profile icon and click on referral option. Click on the icon from top right corner and then on the referral option. Right. So These are my test steps. Okay. So now once I click on the referral option, what should happen according to my requirement? User should be able to access the referral page. So user should be able to access the page. And give me a minute, guys. Okay. So we have come up with one test case by following the requirement document. So we'll see what are the test cases that we can come up with. All right. Now, if possible, change URL to /referral. We'll write the test case for this as well. Okay. So, so this will remain same. This will remain same. So right here, just mark this ID to ID user is right. That is what, like, once user is in referral page, what should be the URL? The URL should be /referral, right? We are writing the test case for that. Now is for the registered user functionality case, user should the condition remains the same and test data remains the same with the positive case. Okay, steps will remain the same. I need to click on the referral option and then I need to check the URL. User should be able to see the URL as staging.indcf.com/referral. So this should be the URL user should be in once he clicks on referral page. a referral option, right? So second test case is also done. See, I'm telling you again, until you write the first test case, it'll take some time. Once after you write the first test case, right, from second test case onwards, it'll take very less time. All right. So now let's come back to the requirement document. See, whatever the test case that I'm coming up with, I'm coming up with looking into the requirement document. So the referral page entry point as shown in the screenshot should be visible to everyone. So what is saying, this referral option should be visible to all the users. Okay, so we'll write it, write the test case for the same. The next test case is this. Mm, Acknowledge. Test case number 3. Excuse guys. Very sorry that this is visible for the users. So this is the test case, right? If I go to this, the referral page entry point should be visible to everyone. Okay, is registered user functionality. So condition will remain same. If you have this particular information, then you should be able to see the referral page. Same positive. So same thing, same steps. Should be able to access the referral page, or I'll say all users should be able to access the referral page. This is my third test case based on the requirement document. Okay, now coming to the next. Upon clicking on referral entry point, check for the user's incentive program access. If it is true, land the user on referral page. If it is false, land the user on blog post. You come up with a test case for this particular point. Okay. Right. Test case number 4. Guys, it might, you people might see it very simple when I am writing it by looking into the document and design. Okay. But when you try to write it, you'll have a lot of confusions in it. Okay. So try to concentrate how I'm writing the cases based on this particular requirement document. So upon clicking on referral entry point, check user's incentive program access. Okay, if it is true, land into the this. Okay, so we'll write it for the first point. Right, Okay, this is referral option is visible to all the user. Then I will not click on this. I'll have to change this complete thing basically. Referral option to that is the actual expected result for this. Now coming back to land the user on referral page. Okay, verify that user is access the referral page if incentive referral program access is. That's what it is mentioned in the requirement. Upon clicking on referral and report, check for user incentive program access. If it is true, land the user on referral page. So
So,
yes,
so here true means what? Like,
yeah. So there will be a config. Okay, user incentive program access config. Okay, if it is true, then you should be able to access this. So I showed you right here in admin dashboard requirements, there will be certain flags that would be set, right? Same way, there is a flag called as incentive program access. Okay. And if this incentive program access flag is true, then user should land on referral page. If the incentive program access flag is false, then you should land on the blog post.
so it's for like a particular user or how?
See, now I am a user who have a email address, right? Like vikram.vasu plus referral at gmail.com. Okay. So for this particular user, the config to access the referral program page, incentive referral program page is true. Then you will be landing to the referral page. If Harad at gmail.com, for that particular user, the incentive program access config or incentive program access flag is false. Now, once you log in, what will happen once you click on the referral option, it will take you to the blog post. Why? The incentive program feature or flag is false for you. So it would be based on the user and how they identify the user through their email address.
Yes, understood.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this is for a registered user functionality. Same thing. Okay. And consider the same user. Considering this particular user has the incentive program access. Flag is set to true. Okay. Now this is a positive, and I need to make some changes here. Okay. So the changes is in precondition. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. So now here what should be the changes is in precondition incentive program access flag be set for the right. So what this precondition says is in the admin dashboard, set the incentive program access flag to true for this particular user. Now, once this incentive program access is set to true for this user, what should happen is, oh, I will add one more step. Click on referral option. Now, user should be able to access the referral page. Or I will just change the expected result. I'll say user should be able to land on the referral page. Right? This is if it is true. Okay. If it is false, what should happen? Land the user on blog post. Right? So we'll write the case for that. Understanding, right, guys? So if you have any confusion or doubt, please ask me. Test case number 5. Verify that user is landing to what is the blog post. Referral blog post. Landing to referral blog post. Incentive referral program access. Okay, this is my second case. So now this for registered user functionality. And here I will make the changes in the precondition. Incentive program access flag should be set to false for the user. And where we can set this as false or true, from where we can set this incentive program access flag to true or false.
Admin dashboard.
Yes, from admin dashboard. I'll just change the email address for which user I am testing it. Okay, so I will mention that also over here where we can set it from admin dashboard. Right. So What exactly this admin dashboard? I'll tell you once again. So this admin dashboard, right? Whenever any user faces any problem in using the application or any sort of problem, any XYZ problem, right? What they will do, they will contact the customer support. Correct. So customer support will have access to this particular admin dashboard, right? All the customer support, take any customer support of any particular application, they will have access to the dashboard, this admin dashboard. So they can see each and every information of the user who is calling the customer support. And based on the accesses that user has, customer support will understand, okay, this is the reason user is facing this particular problem. Clear why admin dashboard will be required for any application? Admin dashboard will be provided to the customer support team, okay, and customer support team will be able to identify any problem that is faced by the user, or they will be able to identify the reason behind the problem that is faced by the user. Okay, now imagine I am a Coin26 customer. I am using Coin26 application. Okay, I am clicking on referral program page and it is landing me to the blog post. Okay, it is landing me to the blog post. Now, I want to understand why I am landing to the blog post. So, what I will do, I will call the customer support team and I will tell them, see, I'm a Coin26 user and I do have a referral option. Once I click on that referral option, it is taking me to a blog post page. Why is this happening? I want to understand. Now, customer support guy, what he will do, since he will have the admin dashboard access, he will take the user's email address and he will check the incentive program access flag. Now, incentive program access flag will be set to false. That is the reason he is landing to the blog post. Now, you can ask me how customer support team will know all these things. Whatever the changes that is made in the application or whatever the new feature that is introduced in the application, all these information will be trained to the customer support team. Okay, so any changes that is made to referral program page, that would be trained to customer support team. Any new feature that is introduced in the application, that would be trained to the customer support team. Clear how admin dashboard works and why admin dashboard is required?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the same way for testing team also, it will be really very useful. We will have access to this admin dashboard. Okay, we will test it and then only things will be moved to the production. All right, always keep this thing in your mind. What is the purpose of admin dashboard? Now, uh, user should be able to land on the blog post. When you land on the blog post, when the incentive program access flag is set to false. Okay, so this is not only applicable for Point ECX. You take any e-commerce application. All the e-commerce application also will have a admin dashboard. As I told you, admin dashboard is a UI for the database. So all data would be available in admin dashboard. And based on that particular data, customer calls in customer support. They can say, because of this reason, you are facing this particular problem. All right. So link this in that way. All right. So
Sir,
testing.
how will we come? How will we know how to write the steps, sir? Like
Actually
seeing the
speaking,
requirements.
see, this is a referral program requirement and the mock-up design for referral program requirement. Correct. But we have written steps for login, and then from after logging in, I am writing the steps based on this requirement only. But I have come up with the steps since the application is already available. For example, see, this is an existing application, okay, where login features and all is already developed and it is readily available for the user. Correct?
Yes.
Right. But I need to come up with the additional steps, which is respect to referral requirement. Now, what I am doing is I am coming up with the steps for the existing things. For example, what I'll do is see, if I log in right, see now if I log in here, what it is saying, it is asking me to provide the email OTP, SMS OTP, and then click on confirm. I know this already, this is how the application is working. If you are working in this particular application, you will also know what is the procedure that you need to follow in order to test this particular feature. Right. So in order to test this feature, once you log in, then you will see the profile icon. And once you click on profile icon, you will see the referral option. Correct.
Yes.
So based on that only, I'm coming up with the steps till enter email OTP and click on continue. I have mentioned as continue button, but it is a confirm button. After this particular step, so till here, these all are the existing step in the application, in the existing application. And
Yes.
after this step, whatever the other steps that you are writing, it is based on this requirement document. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So understood how I am coming up with the steps now.
Yes.
Okay. So once you start writing the test case for an existing application and for a new feature, the test steps will be the initial steps would be for the existing application, and the final steps would be based on the requirement document, what exactly you'll have to do. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So are you people able to understand like how we can come up with the test case by following the requirement document?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Right. So I just wanted to make you people understand by following the requirement document and the mock-up design how you can come up with the test cases. So because previous test cases that we wrote it just following the existing application. That's it. But the current test case that we are writing is we are following the existing application and with the new feature. And that new feature information is there in requirement document. And the designs are there for that requirement document. Okay. So we have written test cases for these 3 points. Okay. And for these 3 points, we have come up with somewhere around like 4 to 5 test cases. Right. Now let us see the requirement document. There is something called as offer page, and in this offer page we are seeing all these particular text, and these text are configuration driven from the admin dashboard, right? So clicking on Coin26 logo in the header navigates user to coin26.com. So now imagine user is on referral page, and in referral page you should see something called as offer page and friends page. Correct? See, now I am landing to referral page. In referral page, there is offer page and friends page. So once user is landing to the referral page, the first page that you will see is offer page. Okay. And for this offer page, we can come up with the test cases. And this offer page should be a configurable thing, and the configuration will be available in the admin dashboard. Whatever the text that you see, whatever the button that you see, whatever the social media links that you see, all these links, this button link will be available in the admin dashboard, right? And whatever the changes that you make in that configuration file, that changes will replicate in this offer page. I've told you those things, right? Now you are able to map it and understand how to come up with the test cases for this. So let me do one thing, write one more test case. Six. So this is the program in a test case number 6. By that user is the offer page by landing the referral page. So what I'm trying to say here is whenever user clicks on referral page or referral option, right, he will be landing to offer page. Correct? See, this is the referral page. Basically, once I go to profile icon and click on referral options, I will be landing over here to the offer page. And there is another page called as friends page. That is my next set of requirement. Right. But user should be landing over here to the offer page. Right. So display text should be configurable from AD for this offer page. Okay. So they have given the requirement for offer page separately. So the requirement for this offer page is this, and the mockup design for the offer page is this. Right. So now our test case should be focused on offer page. And once this is done, our next set of test case should be focused on friends page. Okay. So I'll finish this particular test case. So verify the user is in the offer page by 1 second. I'll have to revisit the test description. User is in the offer page. By clicking on the referral option. Okay. So this is my test case. This is for referral registered user functionality. Here, user should incentive program access should be set to true. That is when I will land to the referral page with offer page. Okay. And I'll just update the email address. Okay. For this user, it is set to true. Okay. So positive. Now, this particular step, I'll click on referral option. What is happening actually speaking? User is landing to a offer page of the referral option. User should be able to see offer page on the referral. Once referral option is selected. Right. So what had happened here? I went to the logged into the application. I went to the profile icon. I clicked on referral. It landed me to offer page. Clear about this test case? And when it will land me
Yes,
to
sir.
the offer page, it will land me to the offer page when my incentive program access flag is set to true. Okay. Now that we have written the test case, we are in this particular page now. Now we should write the test cases based on this particular text or the content. Clear how I am navigating from one page to another page and coming up with the test cases for that particular page? So any doubts here on how to come up with the test cases by following the requirement document and mockup design? Is it clear, or you people have any confusion here?
It's clear, sir.
No, so it's clear, sir, but I have a doubt about regarding test case design technique.
Yeah, tell me.
When we use test case design technique, like how to know which technique we need to use for a particular piece feature?
Yeah, let me tell you. See, there are different test case design techniques, right? One is error guessing, and there is one equivalence class partitioning. Uh, there is something called as boundary value analysis, and there is something called as state transition, right? So you need to first understand which technique has to be used on which particular feature. Okay. If there is a feature which consists of a text field or a text box, okay. So if there is a text box or a text field, so basically, if you see here, there is a text field or a text box where you need to input the data, right? So if you have any text box, then you'll have to use error guessing technique, right? What type of error guessing? If you provide valid email ID and valid password, is it taking you to the next page? That's a valid case. Now give an invalid email and check whether it is taking you to the next page. Give an invalid password and check whether it is taking you to the next page. So what you are doing based on error guessing, you are coming up with valid and invalid set of inputs. Correct?
Yes.
Now imagine here we in our pantaloons application, I'll just show you the examples based on what you can come up with the error guessing and equivalence partitioning, etc. Okay. So okay, I'll just close this and reopen it. Okay, it got opened. See here there is a text field, okay, but this text field input is in a range of values. Correct? What is the range? The range is 100, between 100 to 10,000. Correct. Now here we need to use the test case design technique called as equivalence class partitioning and boundary value analysis. Okay. Why? Because the input is in a range of A to B. Here A is what? 100. B is what? 10,000. Okay. So how I'll do a equivalence partitioning? I will partition my inputs like 2,500, 5,000, 7,500, 10,000. What I am doing, the input values that I am giving, I'm partitioning it in a different sections, right? Why? Just to understand whether things will work properly or not. What if it is working for 100 and it is not working for 10,000, right? So, in order to make sure that things are working fine, we will equivalently partition this particular value when the range of value is between A to B. Okay. Now, I can use boundary value analysis for the same. What is boundary value analysis? When the input range is between A to B, then check for A minus 1, A, A plus 1, B minus 1, B, B plus 1. Right. So here, what are the possible possibilities? I'll try with 99, 100, and 101. I'll try with 9,999, 10,000, and 10,001. That becomes boundary value analysis. Clear?
Yes, sir. And so when we need to do these things,
Whenever we are coming up with the identifying the test scenarios. So if I'm identifying the test scenarios for any particular given requirement, okay, we need to analyze, okay, what kind of test case design technique to be used. But here in my particular requirement, right, it is purely a click and check kind of requirement. Correct. So here will not be able to use uh, error guessing, or will not be able to use equivalence partitioning or boundary value analysis. Why? Because there is no such inputs that we are giving anywhere. Okay. But we can do, or we can use state transition over here. What kind of state transition? I'll tell you. See, okay, sir. See, whenever a I2 user sign up, right, there are multiple states that that particular user should transition. Correct. So from sign up state, you will have to transit to KYC status. Once after KYC is done, then you'll have to transit to bank status. Once after bank status is complete, you'll have to transit to first deposit status. Once after he has done a first deposit, then you'll have to transit to purchase status. So there is a state transition technique that you can use over here. Clear?
yes, sir.
Okay. So this way, you need to first identify what test case is that technique to be used in order to come up with the test cases. I hope
Yes, sir.
it is clear now.
Yes, sir. So if they ask in the interview like which technique you have used in your project, like how to answer that, answer for that.
See, how you have used it in the project. Definitely, you will be prepared for a particular project wherein you will have to explain that particular project. Correct. So, in your project, you identify such scenarios wherein you are inputting some value and tell about that particular feature. See, in this particular feature, I have used this particular test case design technique to come up with the scenarios. For example, if they ask me, okay, I will tell them in my point 6 application, I was the person who tested the login feature. So in login feature, I tested this email text field and password text field, SMS and OTP fields, wherein I used error guessing technique in order to come up with the different scenarios and converted those scenarios into test cases. Okay. And I will tell them I also tested the referral page or a referral option in Coin26 application where I had a state transitions. So I used the state transition technique, test case design technique to come up with the test case. Why? Because I'll have to transition from sign up status to KYC status, from KYC to bank status, from bank status to first deposit, and from first deposit to purchase status. Clear?
Yes, sir, got it.
So
Clear.
we need to identify such features and keep it for answering purpose. That is how you are supposed to prepare for interview. I hope it is clear now.
Yes, sir, thank you. Clear.
Okay. So I will stop it here today, guys. I will message you on WhatsApp Sunday at what time we will. I will be taking the session. So Sunday purely the entire session will be on Jira tool. Okay, and once you start working as a QA engineer, how the work will be and how you will be using the Jira tool and what are the things that you will be doing on a day-to-day life. Those things you will be understanding based on this particular requirement document that we have understood. Okay, most probably Sunday would be the last session, or it one additional session I might take on Monday, and then our project session will be completed. Okay,
Okay, sir.
all right, guys. So I'll stop the recording.